Back at you, Nerd Takes. I'm Justin. That's John. This is Brian.
What's up?
We're going to make this quick. We're here to review the Knob Creek 15 year that you see in front of you. Real quick breakdown of the Knob Creek 15. This is an American brand of Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. It's produced by Beam Suntory, which if you didn't know about that, the Beam Suntory is actually a subsidiary of Suntory Holdings of Osaka, based in Japan.
Suntory brands.
We knew this guy knew that. I'm not sure if you knew that.
Of course he knew that.
But it's also part of the Jim Beam Distillery, which is based in Claremont, Kentucky. It's one of the 4 Jim Beam small batch bourbon brands targeted for the high-end liquor market.
And it is high-end.
Yeah, and speaking of its sibling...
Especially this one. This is high-end.
Yeah.
And speaking of its sibling lines, Booker's, Baker's, and Basil Hayden's are the other ones.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the 2021 release. It actually sports a KC 002 on the bottle. So if you're wondering, is this legit?
Right
That's what
there.
it will say. And the bottle, fun fact, it actually changed its shape in 2019. But it's still got a very distinct look to the Knob Creek.
That's the new bottle, though. It's not the old bottle.
Yeah, right. This is, like I said, a 15-year age. And it's 100 proof. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a real quick sampling, and then we're going to break down our rating after some commentary on our Luke Skywalker scale. So they're going to taste, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about what the tasting notes are supposed to be. This is from the website. The nose, aromas of heavy caramel and toasted oak with hints of sweet vanilla, coconut, and light leather. And by the way, there is no Oxford comma in the description of the nose,
Which is bullshit.
which really bothers us a lot.
That bothered me personally.
I'm an over-comma-er.
Yeah.
So.
It's on the label, and it doesn't have an Oxford comma, and I almost just broke the bottle
Smashed
right there.
it.
Just smashed it.
So that's the nose. On the
Commas
palate, on the palate, it says smooth with rich charred oak paired with vanilla and caramel. And finally, the finish is warm with a touch of brown spice. And this costs roughly $100 MSRP, and it's limited once a year to a release. So it's pretty hard to find. So having said that, breakdown of the old Knob Creek 15. Brian, tell us a little bit about your thoughts as far as the nose palate finish.
So really like the nose raw, raw being before I added water to it. To open up, I thought it came across really nice, and turns out that even on the palate, I found it really refreshing that it's only 100 proof, right? I think personally, I've been in a mode of drinking a lot of high proof whiskeys, and I really like the fact that this is not as high as some of those. After adding water, I tend to agree with the nose comments. I don't get as much of the charred oak, except on the very top of the glass, kind of that's coming out right up in this area.
Yeah.
I get some of the charred oak there, but on the palate, it doesn't come across as off-putting in any way, and I kind of like it. I'm not one of those Beam haters, so
I like Beam. Lambert?
Yeah, and you definitely get a lot of oakiness, but then again, this is 15 years old. So if you don't like oakiness, stay away from high-aged bourbons, because if it's in the barrel that long, like 15 years is that delicate balance of it can be really oaky or it can be really good. Yeah. Like anything over this, and it might be too oaky for a lot of people.
Certainly depending on where it's aged and what type of environment in which it's aged. Yeah.
Well, I'm not an oaky person. I don't like Scotch at all. That seems to be sometimes a flavor profile. I like this. It's actually got a nice warmth to it, but I'm also a proof whore, as we've talked about before. So it's not blowing my socks off, but it is a really nice. It's a very smooth flavor.
It's smooth. It's got a good finish for just being 100 proof.
A lot of long-lasting warmth. It's not like the hit-you-in-the-face spice.
Yeah, I get a lot on the tip of my tongue, actually.
Tip of the tongue.
Tip of the tongue.
Shout out.
Teeth in the lips.
Speech and debaters. Nerds. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to, speaking of nerds, we're going to give it a real quick, here's our rating, our system. Reminder that it is our Luke Skywalker rating system. You can find that
proprietary
on the old Instagrams and also on the old YouTubes. So we'll start with our guest, Brian. Where would you give this on the Luke Skywalker scale?
I feel that the good people at Jim Beam and at Knob Creek have decided to do or do not to try. So I would give it a 7 and the Dagobah Luke.
Lambert?
I was actually I'm right there with him. I'm getting Dagobah.
Yeah, I think that's fair, and I think that like I'm leaning towards the Force Ghost Luke, which is a 5.
Yep.
But because I recognize that I already am biased towards things that are not overly high proof or super spicy, I'm gonna kind of split the difference and give it old 6, which is a Hoth Luke.
Hoth Luke. So it's interesting because I would love to try this at barrel strength.
That would be
Straight out of the barrel, 15 years. Give me that, and like I want to see like what that tastes like compared to that.
yeah,
Should have brought our Knob Creek sample.
that'd be fantastic.
That would have been fantastic.
Next time,
Next
Nerd
yes.
Takes.
Nerd takes.
Nerd taste.
See ya.